And in celebration of Star Wars Day, the Bakersfield Museum of Art is hosting their first ever mini Comic-Con. Breaking news to get to this morning as the southbound lanes of Highway 99 are still closed at this hour. Bakersfield Adult School's welding class right now, and as you can see behind me, some explosive action going on. Today a pedestrian told me that cars do not normally stop at this crosswalk on Union and 8th Street and that she almost feels safer jaywalking. Deputies are still on the scene investigating right now, and they say that Beardsley between Chester and Plymouth will remain closed for most of the morning. Who was at the marathon and still has lasting memories of what happened. Well, here's a good question. Why do we fight with our spouses? Right? May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Star Wars Day is looking good.
It is.
Maybe they'll let me.
I think so. You look just like the model in that trophy. Prevent you from inhaling the spores that cause valley fever. They're not always 100% effective. 2,000 people to walk the streets of downtown Bakersfield tonight. And whether you're just checking out the local wares, protesters behind me chanting and saying they're turning local courthouses into hunting grounds. Every time you pump your gas, you're standing on about 30,000 gallons worth of fuel that's in the tanks underneath you. Cuts down on your reaction time and can be equal to having about 4 alcoholic drinks and then driving. Firefighters hope to put $40,000 into their boots by the end of today, and they say every dollar they make helps to fight muscle disease, telling women they should not be intimidated when they walk into a gun store. Jackie, 4 neighbors living here say just this week a burglar broke into their cars, stole the clicker to their garages and this front gate, giving him easy access to return.
The clicker to our neighborhood.
This is video from that homeowner's surveillance camera, which shows the intruder breaking into her car and taking the clickers. All the neighbors I spoke with chose to remain anonymous.
Doors were left open. Then he just collected what he needed and went away, and he didn't have the damage of the glass. That's kind of bothering me too.
And that homeowner believes the same burglar broke into the cars of 4 homes around the same time. 3 of those incidents have been reported to police, who advise neighbors to keep a watchful eye out.
People making that call at the time that it's going on, reporting something that they see that's suspicious, that's how we're making our arrests.
Another neighbor who didn't want to be interviewed says the intruder took her son's wallet out of the car and went on a $1,000 shopping spree at local convenience stores.
It bothers me that he now has access to come in and out of our neighborhood.
I took the surveillance footage to Bakersfield police, who say these types of burglaries happen all the time and it's best to file a police report online.
There might be enough information on that video that if we make an arrest maybe 2 or 3 weeks down the road and the detectives are looking at that and go, oh, this looks like the guy that was on that video a couple of weeks ago, then we can add more cases to him, more charges to him.
And this neighborhood is owned by Pacific Management. I tried to reach out to them today, but still have yet to hear back. Back to you guys. People in Lake of the Woods are all too familiar with these noises. They're the sound of drillers looking to dig up water.
As of last summer, the well started suffering and we had to truck water in to keep our tanks full.
The town of over 900 people has had water issues well before this year's drought crisis.
Been able to maintain the levels on the tanks because of winter and just not the usage. We've been cutting back.
In July and August of last year, water had to be hauled into Lake of the Woods by the truckload from surrounding mountain communities. People living in the area say they're required to take extra steps to conserve water.
Not water the lawns, not wash the cars, use as little water as possible, mostly getting bottled water. Either from outside or they're getting it from is being brought in.
Lake of the Woods drillers are working on digging up 3 new well sites, including one right next to this old gas station behind me, and also 2 more that'll be located right up in these surrounding mountains.
See what's down there and try and extract gravel.
The city has received about $750,000 in state and federal funding, and so far they've drilled 3 test holes that have turned out to be dry.
Came up with nothing. Going down 300 or 400 feet or so, and the new ones we're going to go down further. We're going to try and go down as much as 1,000 feet, 1,200 feet to see what we can hit.
It has a lot of sludge. It's discolored. It's like a dark, it's like a brown to a yellow.
Water officials say the current wells are able to maintain their tanks by about 80%, but they aren't sure how long this will last. In Lake of the Woods, Lindsey Adams, 23 ABC. Good morning. You're watching 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. I'm Lindsey Adams. We do have breaking news at this hour. The district attorney's office is expected to announce the results of their investigation into the highly publicized David Silva case very soon. 23 ABC's Chris Ornelas joins us live from the DA's office with more. Nearly 24 people remain homeless this morning after a massive street collapse in Baltimore. Have a listen. And that was the scene last week, and what a powerful rainstorm. It caused the road to give way, swallowing up cars and power poles. Crews from the city are still assessing the damage and trying to figure out how long it will take to repair, but ongoing safety concerns could keep residents homeless for up to 40 days. A brief moment early this morning, the world caught a glimpse of the rare sight in the skies. We're talking about the blood moon, and millions of people from across North America, including right here in Bakersfield, stepped outside in the wee hours to catch a glimpse of the coppery red moon as it crossed the Earth's shadow. And the stunning sight happens when the Earth passes between the moon and the sun, casting its shadow on the moon. And if you missed it, well, the phenomenon will repeat itself 3 more times in 6-month intervals. It'll end in September of next year. And if you can't wait that long, well, you could just head to our website at turnto23.com, and there you will find a slideshow of the blood moon with pictures that you sent us throughout the day. And according to NASA, air pollution in Asia could actually be changing weather patterns here in the U.S. NASA released a study saying the pollution may affect storm patterns over the Pacific Ocean, and that could be contributing to all the freak winter weather that we've seen lately in the U.S. and Canada. In January, the air in Beijing was 18 times more hazardous than what's recommended by the World Health Organization. And while the study only showed an impact on the Pacific Ocean region, well, scientists say they plan more research to investigate the full global impact of Asian air pollution. A 91-year-old World War II veteran who was held prisoner by the Nazis has finally received his medals and recognition. Technical Sergeant Frank DeCant received a POW medal, the Bronze Star, the Good Conduct Medal, and the World War II Victory Medal. 69 years ago, he was captured during the Battle of the Bulge in Belgium, and several months later, they were forced to march ahead of the Soviets into Germany. Tens of thousands of men did not make it.
I've seen a lot of comrades die there, either diarrhea or dysentery, and they just fall over dead.
And after the war, DeCant got married and had 4 sons. He was honored to have them all there for the ceremony today.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Very, very cool stuff. Well, if you tend to have a heavy foot while driving, listen up. CHP officers will soon be looking for speeders along Highway 99. And the Highway Patrol received a federal grant to stop speeders, aggressive drivers, and tailgaters on the 99 through Central California. Officials say there were more than 1,200 accidents on the stretch of highway between January 2012 and May 2013, including 74 deadly crashes. Now, the special operation begins this Friday and runs through September 30th. A local organization dedicated to celebrating what's beautiful about Bakersfield is looking for a new leader. The Bakersfield Museum of Art's director, John Lofgren, announced he'll step down on June 1st. Lofgren was hired to run the museum last year, but says he made the decision to leave because of his wife's health. The Bakersfield Museum of Art, which recently unveiled 4 new exhibits, was originally founded back in 1956. Firefighters in Southern California continue to battle a blaze that's grown to more than 2,000 acres. And the fire burning near Rancho Cucamonga, it's now 86% contained. Crews are working to strengthen their perimeter of it, but strong winds and dry grass are making it difficult. About 1,600 homes were evacuated because of the fire last week, but those residents have since been allowed to return. New this morning, the president has announced he wants to survey the damage in Arkansas from last week's tornadoes in person. He'll travel to the state on Wednesday to visit some of the most areas affected, and the Obama administration has already designated one Arkansas county as a major disaster area. The tornado killed 15 people and destroyed hundreds of homes as it cut an 80-mile path through the state. And take a look at this video out of Mississippi. It's surveillance footage of a car dealership caught right in the path of a tornado. You can see debris being thrown around as that storm hits. More than 150 cars were damaged, but luckily everyone inside the dealership at the time was able to run for cover just before the tornado hit. Government forces in Ukraine have regained control of a TV tower following an early morning attack. The Interior Minister says Ukraine launched the assault as part of an effort to cut down on pro-Russian rebel activity. The violent confrontation comes just hours after insurgents set buses on fire to try and protect themselves from an attack. Russian state TV is reporting that 10 people, including 2 government forces, have been killed in the latest clashes. Well, still to come on 23 ABC, MERS mystery, the condition of the patient who contracted the first known case of a respiratory virus in the U.S., and federal review, the way the Justice Department is getting involved in the review of last week's botched execution. More on that coming up next. Weather is just a roller coaster of emotion.
It is.
All right, we'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.